Hello, welcome to my podcast. Woo, woo, eh, 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 woo. That is how excited I am that you are here today tuning into my podcast. What? Thank you so much. Oh my God. I'm clearly so excited to have your energy and your attention. Woo! Yeah! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so today's topic is very simple, but yet very deep, okay? And that is loving every human and the importance of this and the importance of noticing the ego when it starts to judge people or secretly hope that people don't succeed or secretly think that people are competing against you and yada, yada, yada. Okay, so people that study the Kabbalah, the Torah, these sacred ancient texts, they talk about how judging other people is actually blocking your miracles and blocking your blessings. And that actually makes sense to me, especially now that I'm like really asking the Creator. Every time I notice a judgment, I ask the Creator, hey, Creator, what is this about this person? Like, why am I feeling this tension or this judgment or whatever? Help me see this person through the eyes of love. Help me repair our relationship, like all these things. I'm seeing how important it is because I do think that, especially right now, it's very obvious how much time a lot of souls are spending in judgment. And all that does when you're judging is reinforcing this false reality, which is duality, that there's a you and there's a them. When the truth is that there's only you in the endless light. That's the only reality there is you and the endless light of the Creator. That's it. The only difference between you and me is genetics and experiences. Okay, so basically the way that my neurons are wired is based off of the conditions at birth. You know, my mom's egg and my dad's sperm coming together, creating this unique vessel that is me. And then my experiences, what I experience day to day, and then the thoughts that my neurons have, it just changes the cellular structure of my neurons. And that's why the divine, the infinite source of light, flows through me in a different way that it flows through you. Because your perspective is different, because the architecture of your neural networks and your cells is slightly different than the architecture of mine. Right? So basically my point is when you are spending time in judgment, you're spending time in duality, which is not true reality, because reality is just you in the endless light. The Creator is always in the creation. And yeah, I like oneness consciousness. I like it so much because it helps me actually see reality for what it truly is, instead of being like, that's right, that's wrong, that's black, that's white, no, it all just is. It all just is. And once you leave the judgment out of it, you can see it clearly for what it is. Okay, so, and also, when you're spending time in judgment, you're wasting life force. You're wasting life force. You're spending your life force judging all these other people and putting all your energy, your life force energy and attention into these other people and all these other, and you're taking away true life force from you. This is the other thing too, is I truly do believe that every single soul you encounter is for a reason. Because does God make any mistakes? No, He does not make any mistakes. The universe is so beautiful and perfect, and there's every pebble's perfect, right? I talked about that in my last podcast. But seriously, every person that's coming into your life is an energetic match to you for some reason. I don't know why, but they are. Okay? And so when you're spending your time judging people, you're quite literally just judging yourself. And it's not allowing you to see reality as it truly is, which is one big organism, one big mind. And so how I see that is, especially now that I'm like really taking this very seriously, and like every time, I'm not joking, every time I catch my mind just feeling a little of this energetic, like towards a person, I ask the Creator, hey Creator, help me love this person, help me let go, help me see the good in this person. And it just makes things so much more clear. I don't know, it's weird. You just get more self-awareness. Why? Because I think when you're opening up to the creator and you're asking the creator, you're opening up these neural pathways for you to then see your reality through the lens of oneness. And it's creating this opening of neural networks that helps you have those thoughts that are actually going to help you see the reality for as it truly is, for what it really is. And so that's really what you're doing. When you're talking to the creator, you're opening up pathways for the divine, the source of light, to give you different thoughts through your neural circuitry, right? So it helps you know yourself better. Helps you know yourself. And it is kind of crazy. The more I think about these subconscious things, the more I realize that they actually are there. These subconscious desires for me to have that selfish desire for people not to succeed, or for me to have to succeed before them or whatever. And it's these weird things of the ego. It's this weird thing. And it's like, no, I actually do want everyone to succeed. And it feels so good, much better in your heart. And I'm sure there's still ego there. Like, I know it's still there. And I'm trying my best to get it, to see it, because I want to see it. I'm asking, like, please show me the ego so I can live in my soul more and support everyone and love everyone. But yeah, so anyway, my point is love people. And Jesus said, like, love thy neighbor as if it were you. And I think that's such a beautiful, grounded way to say it. And I think this day and age more than ever, it's important to recognize that, yeah, like, your neighbor might have voted differently than you. Your neighbor might have these weird beliefs, and like, that's just who they are. And that's normal, and it's okay, and it's still good to love them. Because, yeah, I think that God would design a video game in order to, and the way that you can level up and actually become more self-aware and have more miracles, more blessings, would be through the work of loving his creations, right? Loving everything about this creation. It's perfect. It's beautiful. And when you are able to do that, you're able to see it clearly for what it is, instead of, yeah, this distorted you versus them and you're separate. No, you're not. It's all connected, period. And it's because we're all that exists is you in this light. That's it. That's it. Okay, so I didn't want to get too spiritual in this, but it is very important to, really catch yourself when you are subconsciously wishing for people to have a downfall, or subconsciously, because what you're doing when you're doing that, you're sending a thought out into your own consciousness, your own neural circuitry, and it's bringing more of that in. So, and I really think that your brain doesn't really know the difference between you and someone else. And so when you're secretly hoping someone fails, and it's affecting you in your subconscious, because your subconscious doesn't know the difference. And I definitely noticed this, like, in my dark night, because I've always been very supportive of everyone, but in my dark night, I definitely, when I could tell people were, like, really going, and I had this really negative, like, oh my God, like, I'm going to be left behind. Like, it was just, it was this negative way to see people. And I was in this mindset of, like, wishing people would fail, honestly, and not wanting to support people. It was very brief, because I've not always been like that. But now I'm really, and then when I started coming out of it, I started to really, like, support everyone. And every time, like, I'd have this weird judgment towards someone, or this weird jealousy or something, I would really look at it and be like, wait, why is this person triggering me so much? And I'm going to actually follow them. I'm going to actually listen to their podcast, because it's always the people that irritate you the most that give you the most insight. It's the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest thing. Like, even like someone, for instance, is Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza. For some reason, he just made me just kind of like, ugh, like, I was so against him at first, like not against, but like my ego had this weird repulsion towards him. And then once I started opening my heart and actually like seeing him through the lens of, like not good or bad, not right or wrong, not judging him because he's got a chiropractic degree, not a MD, which I perceived as better and more elite, right? I just saw him as a human and listened to his message and to see his work and the things that he was creating. And all this beautiful information came in that actually helped me a lot because I was able to see him as just what he is, which is a reflection of the divine. Not better than anyone, not worse than anyone, not worse than because he has a chiropractic degree instead of an MD. No, and you know what I mean? Because our brain has all these weird architecture things of where we love to judge things good or bad, better, worse, right, wrong. When the truth is that it's not that cut and dry. It's really not, especially not this day and age, where there's so much noise and there's so much static and there's so many opinions and there's so much distraction and consumption. Things are not as clear as they used to be. So anywho, all right, so stop judging people. And whenever your mind does, ask it, like, what is it? What is this weird energy thing that I'm feeling with this person? Like, what is it? Because it's blocking blessings. And I know that to be true for me because it's helped me so much just to love every single person and to accept every single person and to see the person not as good or bad, perfect, right or wrong, to see them as a human with some good and some bad. And that's just how every human is. And the more you can accept that in other people, the more you can accept it in yourself. Okay. And I don't know which one it starts with first, self or other, but either way, we're all one massive mind. And so that's that. And there's also something significant about mirror neurons. I'm not a scientist, so I don't really know, but it's crazy how one person can behave so differently when they're around you versus when they're around someone else. And I think it's because of mirror neurons. And so there is this weird exchange of information when you're sending out into the field, like, I'm judging this person, I don't like this person, I see all their badness. They're registering and picking up on that, even if it's just subconscious. They can feel it. It's this energy that they can feel. Okay, so anyway, see the good in people. You never know who is going to be your best friend, who's going to have your back, who you're going to create a business with, who is going to literally help you so much. You never know. So have an open heart and see the good in every human and love every human. And yeah, realize that the only thing that exists is you in the endless light. That's it. It's you in the light of the creator. So every person that you're encountering is an energetic match to you for some weird reason. I don't know why. Okay. And I like to see every person as genuinely a reflection of my light and my shadow. Some people are more light than shadow. Some people are more shadow than light, but they're an energetic match to me for some reason. And there's something that I'm intended to learn from that person. And yeah, this doesn't mean like, look at the shadow and like accept it and continue being in a relationship with someone that you know is not good for you. That's not what I'm saying. No, you can still observe people and notice like, okay, this actually is not aligned with me. And actually this behavior is not okay. Because maybe that is you needing to set a boundary, which actually is the more generous energy. Because if it's not in alignment with you, it's not in alignment with them, period. And you continuing to engage with somebody that you know in your heart is not in alignment with you is just keeping that false reality going in reality over and over. When the truth is that there's soul family, soul connection, soulmate energy out there. If you're open to it and if you allow yourself to go find it and you allow yourself to embody that energy and be it, which takes courage and it takes discipline. Okay. So anywho, you guys, my God, just keep going. Literally, just keep going. Have fun. Love people. Love them so much. And ask the creator, literally talk out loud to the creator. You guys should all be doing this every day. Talking out loud to the creator to help you love people, help you see the good in people, help you be a vessel of blessing, help you be a vessel of goodness, a vessel of giving. How can you give more? How can you love more? How can you bless everybody that you meet? How can you see the best qualities in everybody and bring out the best in people around you? Okay? So keep doing that and you'll see your reality more clearly and it will help you navigate these crazy times. And yeah, just keep your heart warm and pure. So anywho, and yeah, the more I love everybody genuinely, the warmer my heart is. My heart is just so open. It's so warm. It's so expansive. It's so light. I have this lightness of being in me. And I think that one reason is because every human I encounter, I genuinely love. And I genuinely, seriously, I just love them as Jesus would, right? As God would. It's weird. And I do think a lot of that has been a lot of the heart opening work I've done through somatic stuff, through embodiment practices, through my own self-love journey, yada, yada. So anywho, love yourself, accept every person around you because they're you. At the end of the day, they're you. They are you. What are they teaching you? What are they showing you? Okay. Live in presence and live in creation and live in love and gratitude. Live in those energies. Because how much of your day are you spending in judgment? Seriously, get curious about that if you haven't been curious about that before and see how much time you're spending in judgment because it's way better to be spending your time in gratitude, love, bravery, courage, presence, creation, these other energies that are right there, that are available to you at any time. You can just pick it up and get on that energy. Start thinking about how grateful you are. Grateful for my window and birds and trees and sound and the ability to speak and the ability to be on a podcast with some people listening, wherever you're listening in space and time. I'm grateful for you. But anyway, my point is, yeah, what are you spending your life force energy on? And ask the creator to help you. If you find that your mind is very dualistic, very judgmental, ask the creator to help you. Help you. See the good, see the better. Because again, what you're doing when you're speaking out loud to yourself, you are opening neurocircuitry for the endless light to flow through you and give you different thoughts, give you different feelings, it's helping you be the version of you that you want to be. Okay. So keep going. I love you so much and have a freaking fantastic week. Okay. Ciao, ciao now.